Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the Global Racing Network. And we're back here once again for round number 10 of GRL here from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix circuit, Grand Prix Street circuit, should I say, actually. I always forget that this is one of the shorter tracks, or narrower tracks on the calendar. As we now make our way onto the track, and it's Mama who's going to lead us out then on the opening stages. Like I say, countdown underway. Everyone will be wanting to get out for track position more than anything else, and also get some lap times in. As all the data is now up. Interestingly, couple, including Mama who we're riding on board with, who's just coming through the castle section on his outlap, is on the medium tyre. Him and Josh S Gaming. Everyone else looking like they're going to be heading out on the softs currently. That's what they've currently got applied to their car. Mama makes his way out of the final chicane and onto the back straight. Onto the front straight, should I say. A very long front straight here at Azerbaijan in Baku. A very long run down towards turn 1 as well. From that final corner. Mama will open us up here in the Aston Martin. He's making his way through turn 2. Looks a fairly tidy lap so far. Mama out the final chicane then onto the front straight, and it is looking like he is going to open up the timing sheets as he makes his run for the line. Dips down low, 140.3 for Mama to open up. Void Beam on the softs is behind him. This should be quicker in theory, and it is indeed. It's a 38.7 for Void Beam. His teammate, nice jobs on an outlap, so we'll skip to Galgro, who's going to be the next to come across the line. Now it's a 39.7 for Galgro, who splits the two of them. Mandro, his teammate's making his run for the line, but he is on an outlap, so it'll be Deadly Mosquito who will be next to come across. And it's not the quickest for Deadly Mosquito. It's a 42.6 for him. Get noted in the AlphaTauri, 142.5. Not much better, to be honest. A couple of slow lap times. Josh S Gaming on mediums. What can he do? The answer is P4, 140.6 for Josh. NZ Pro making his run for the line, wobbling a little bit down that front straight. 140.9 for NZ Pro, P5 for him. And George Matt has entered the pit lane. Vitrocity, what can he do? 140.6 for Vitrocity. Must have had a pretty poor middle and first sector there, because he went purple in the final sector, and he's only ended up being P5 on the grid with that. Noise Job's just done a 139 ace on mediums, so he has shot up the leaderboard. Mandro, what can he do on his first run? It's looking fairly quick. It's a 39.4 for Mandro, which puts him P2 at the minute. Galgro's in the pit lane. Tom is on a lap and has gone purple in the first sector. We're going to ride on board with Tom as he makes his way down towards the castle section. Is he going to have the commitment for a wheel? Just about lifted off a little bit and may have applied a little bit of brake in there. Now he's sweeping left-hander through the middle sector. Touches both curbs. Heavy braking, doesn't hit the wall, gets a good exit. This is looking pretty promising for Tom. Just makes his way round the final couple of corners and on to the front straight. Pretty committed through there by the looks of things. And he now makes his run for the line. DRS for Tom, crosses the line, 138.7 for Tom. It is P2 provisionally. It's the void beam, keeps his spot at the top. The man that you would like to think would be up there is Lucas Percy. However, he's had a couple of rotten races the last few times out. It'll be interesting to see what he can do tonight. Spray and pray in the McLaren down the back straight. Into the chicane. That was the Haas of Galgro getting out of the way of him, which you always like to see. Mama's had a moment and he's out. He has crashed at the beginning of the final sector, so that'll be turn 15, I think he's gone off at. And it looks like he's hit the wall and damaged his car, so he will no longer participate in the session. He makes his way through the final couple of corners. Spray and pray. Makes his run for the line. What's he going to be able to do? Spray and pray. The answer is P6. It's a 140.2 for Spray and pray. Lucas Percy's in the middle of a lap. George Matt is a bit further up the road than him, and has actually gone purple in the first sector on a medium tyre, but he's clattered into the wall there. That's going to cost him a bootload of time, as he knocked his front wing in that. I think he might have just got away with it. George Matt making his Tier 1 debut this evening in that AlphaTauri. Same for Spray and Pray as well. George Matt through the final few corners then. On to the front straight. What's it going to be for George Matt? Just over 7.5 minutes to go as he makes his run for the line. It's a 41.5 for George Matt. Lost a lot of time in the final few sectors. He looked quick in the first sector though. And behind him, Lucas Percy has just gone on to provisional pole with a 38.5. So only slightly quicker than Void Beam. It'll be interesting to see if Void Beam's got any more in the tank. Riding on board with him. Comes out of the first sector slightly down on his best time. So definitely some room for improvement. Looked very committed through the castle section there for Void Beam. New cars politely getting out the way. And this is looking tidy for Void Beam, to be fair. Where is this lap time going to put him on the leaderboard? DRS makes a long run for the line. Has he gained any time back? The answer is yes, and the answer is he has got provisional pole with a 38.4, slightly faster than Lucas Percy, but can Lucas respond? The answer to that is no. He is charging his battery down that front straight and heading for the pit lane, so he might try and boot on a fresh set of tyres. Colin has joined us in the Alpine, late to the party as usual. Dilly Mosquito's improving, or was. Now Vetrusti's improving slightly. As he makes his way through the final few corners. And he's slightly up on his best, not by much though. He needs to find a little bit of ground on board with Vetrusty through the final few corners then. He will make his run for the line with DRS. Where is this going to put Vetrosity? The answer is it moves him up one place to P11 is the answer to that one, so nothing really to get excited about. Hazak's the only man not to have got time on the board at the minute. See if he can get a time on the board this time round on board with Fazak. Into that sharp left-hander. You've got to get the car turned in quickly there, otherwise you are going straight ahead on into a wall. Fazak's managed to keep this lap clean by the looks of things. Oh, he's clattered into the wall though on the exit there. Going to cost him a bootload of time is that. We'll see where it puts Fazak in the end, but I don't think it'll be better than a 39.5 is the answer. If he didn't clatter that wall, I think Fazak would have been on for a very, very good time there. He would have lost at least a second by clattering that wall in the final few corners. Colin's improving on his time as well and doesn't clatter the wall like Fazak does. So this should be fairly decent for Colin if he can keep it on the road. The answer is a 39.6 for Colin, and it's slightly slower than Fazak. About a tenth of a second behind. So they're looking strong. Galgro is on another lap. Let's try and find some pace in that Haas. And he's 2 tenths up on his best so far. Goes a little bit deep there. on the exit of the chicane though. That might cost him a bit of time. And goes too tight on the inside there of turn 10. Gets his lap time invalidated, unfortunately. Who else have we got out there? Fazak is on an in lap by the looks of things. Colin isn't on one. Calgaro we saw got invalidated. The answer is nobody really, apart from George Matt, who's just started one. And he's 4 tenths up on his best so far, so he's definitely got some more pace in that AlphaTauri than what he's been showing so far. Let's see where this lap is gonna put him. Oh, he's clattered into the wall at the castle section. Luckily he didn't quite replicate a Charles Leclerc, but clattered very heavy, and he's lost his front wing in the process of it. At least he didn't go straight on and wreck himself out of the race. Out of the qualifying session, should I say. I think we might see a few mistakes at that castle section today. It is really, really narrow through there on the F1 game. It's easier said than done if you are gonna try and get through there in one piece. Void Beam 2 tenths up on his best 38.4. So this will be getting Lucas a little bit worried. Lucas is on an out lap, so he will be starting one final lap. Void Beam might get around for another one after this if he doesn't quite get this one right. So far it is looking fairly clean for Void Beam as he makes his way round the double left-hander. Out of the corkscrew. Into the final sector and the final few corners. He's lost some time in that middle sector as Void Beam, and he's got it invalidated coming out of the final few corners, so he is going to have to do it on the final lap if he's going to have any chance here. What is Lucas Percy doing? Well, Lucas has just started his final lap. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be interesting to see if Lucas Percy can nick provisional pole from Void Beam. Void Beam is actually pitted, so Void Beam can do no more. He's just got to sit and watch, and Lucas Percy is improving by 2 tenths of a second currently. So this is looking very interesting indeed. Lucas, a little bit of a tail slide there. Almost loses the back end of the car. Now, what can Lucas Percy do? Can he potentially knock Void Beam off the perch? It is going to be very close if he is going to do it. It's a 38-1 for Lucas Percy. He takes provisional pole, takes pole position here in Baku. Void Beam comes home in second place. Tomgo Prof's third, Mandro's fourth, Fazak's fifth, Collins sixth, Galgro's seventh. Nice job down the order, so to speak, in P8. NZ Pro's P9, Josh Chess Gaming P10, Spray and Praise in 11th, Mama Mama's P12, Vitrosity's P13, George Matt's 14th, Deadly Mosquito 15th, and Get Noted is at the back in P16. So guys, that is qualifying then. Lucas Percy takes another pole position. Can he hold on to it though? this time out and to convert it into a race win? We'll find out very shortly. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network and the formation lap for round number 10 of GRL here in Baku is underway. Just a quick reminder of the grid for you. Lucas Percy in the Red Bull is on pole position. He's got Void Beam in the Alfa Romeo company alongside him. Tomgo Prof starts P3, Mandro starts 4th, Fazak is 5th. Colin, a bit higher qualifying position for him other than the last few races. He starts 6th. Galgro starts 7th. Noise Job down the order in 8th. Enzo Pro starts 9th. Josh Jess Gaming in the Ferrari rounds out the top 10 and starts 10th. Spray and Pray on his Tier 1 debut in the McLaren starts 11th. Mama starts 12th in the Aston Martin. Trusty starts P13. George Matt on his Tier 1 debut starts P14. Deadly Mosquito 15th. And Get Noted 24/7 is at the back in P16. Oh, and Lucas Percy's gone straight on there on the formation lap. He bailed out at the castle on the formation lap. That is going to be very concerning, to say the least, for him. So he's going to be holding up the field. Void Beam's leading them round now to the grid. Lucas Percy's going to be very late to the grid. But he went straight on at the castle section there. Bailed out big time. And well, it'll be interesting to see what he can do from there. So Void Beam is miles ahead of the others. Everyone else is backing each other up. Void Beam is going to be very much stuck on that grid for quite a long period of time. So Lucas Percy's now approaching. There's a big gap between cars here. There's going to be a lot of cold tyres sat on that grid, especially at the front. As Lucas Percy rolls into position. That is his look down towards turn 1. It's a very short run to turn 1 here. Very long pitch straight, but a very short run from the starting blocks. As the final few cars slot into position, and we'll be ready to go for round number 10 of GRL. As we go to 5 red lights here in Baku. And it's lights out and away we go, and it's a good getaway from Lucas Percy. No, it isn't. He bogs down big time, and Lucas Percy is into the wall. It's a huge accident at turn 1. Lucas Percy down the order, and it's unbelievable, this absolute pile up in the middle. And he's massively down the order because of it. It looked like he tried to come across Void Beam there to stop him having the inside line for turn 1, and Void Beam didn't see him come in. There was contact between the two of them. That'll be one definitely for the stewards room later on tonight. So Void Beam leads the way. Tomago Prof gets promoted to 2nd. Spray and Pray has had an excellent start. He was down in P11. He's got up to P3 in the early stages in that McLaren. We've got a yellow down at turn 1. I think there's some debris left on the road from that. Galgro's 4th. Mama's 5th. NZ Pro's had another good start. He's 6th. So's Atrocity. Fazak's going backwards. Get Noted and George Matt have jumped inside the top 10. Well, that escalated pretty quickly, as there's a few battling away. Deadly Mosquito, oh, there's a huge accident at the back! That is definitely going to be a safety car, I would think. Lucas Percy is into the wall. It involved Josh Jesgame, it involved Noise Job, it involved George Mass as well, I think. And it is a safety car in the very early stages. That was a huge accident there. Obviously Lucas Percy didn't have a front wing, so very much lacked downforce, and it looks like he went straight into the wall, clattered back onto the racetrack as the wall forced him back out, and he just collected everybody behind him. Now there's going to be a few pitting. Spray and Pray, Galgro and Vatrosity is staying out. McLaren could be on for quite a good result here if they get this one right. And Pray's on the soft, Vatrocity's on the medium, so I could see why he stayed out. A bit of movement in the pit lane. So we look there, so everyone down to Void Beam has now stopped. Everyone down to, well, Void Beam downwards has now stopped, should I say. Void Beam has gone onto the hard tyres. I'm wondering if he's going to try and get to the end of the race on them. It will be touch and go, but it is quite a short race, Andy. It's only 26 laps round this Baku city circuit. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Guys, as always, during the safety car, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network, and the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and it's Spray and Pray leading the way in the McLaren then, as we're about to get underway. Everyone has pitted, apart from Spray and Pray to Deadly Mosquito, are the only people who haven't pitted, so the top 5 haven't pitted, the rest behind are on fresh tyres. As they look, Spray and Pray looks like he's trying to hold them up. There's a bit of contact on the restart. Spray and Pray was trying to go late, and we're back underway. They're almost 4 wide going into turn 1. This could end airy. There's a bit of bodywork flying about. Did they about get through cleanly? No, the answer to that is no. Tom Go Prof has gone into the wall. No, sorry, not Tom. It's his teammate. It's NZ Pro who was headed into the wall. He's missing the front wing. He's going very, very slowly down the inside, falling to the back of the order. So he has had a moment. Spray and Pray still leads the way. Vitrosity's coming under pressure from Get Noted here, who's had a very good restart to say the least. Already jumped Deadly Mosquito on the restart. Now can he dispatch of Vitrosity? The answer so far to that is no. Galgro in the Haas is behind Spray and Pray, on board with him, coming through the castle section. And they just about get through there cleanly. Colin's coming under a little bit of pressure here from Nice Job. Nice job. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. This could be awkward between. Will Mandro get the lots of them? The answer to that is yes. That's an insane move from Mandro, overtaking 2 cars, but it might not be done yet because Colin's having a fight back around the outside. Contact between the 2 of them. NZ Pro is out, and that's another safety car. NZ Pro has crashed out the right-hander. Now, will any of the leaders pit? The answer to that is yes. Spray and Pray's in, Galgro's in, Vitrosity stays out, Get Noted also stays out, Void Beam, obviously the others will stay out as well, but Vitrosity will lead the way now. The others will fall down to the back of the order, but will be on fresher tyres. A few of the guys who did pit under the first safety car have also stopped as well. Galgro has actually jumped Spray and Pray in the pit lane, so Galgro gains the position through the pits, but we are back once again behind another safety car. So guys, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car's coming in at the end of this lap. I don't know why I keep on trying to say formation lap. It's not a formation lap. As Vitrosity is backing up the field then, as much as he physically can. The only two people who are on old tyres and haven't made a pit stop yet are Get Noted and Vitrosity. Everyone else behind has stopped at least once. Whether most of them will be able to get to the end of the race on them tyres, I very much doubt it. And Vitrosity's gone very, very early this time. Gets the jump on most of the field, but doesn't get the jump on Get Noted. Will Get Noted have a move into turn one? The answer to that is no. He has to tuck in eventually. Who've we got behind? They're just about squabbling over positions. George Matt's coming under a bit of pressure here. He's right in the middle of this train. Looks like we've got a cleaner restart than what we did before. Fazak's looking for a move on Josh Chess Gaming, but at the same time he's going to have to defend from Mama Mama. Mama Mama almost in the wall there, just about keeps it on the racetrack. Vitrosity starting to pull away. Get Noted is in a little bit of trouble here though. He's got Void Beam on his inside, and Void Beam gets through, and Get Noted half spins. Just about gathers it up though, and goes ahead of Nice Job into the castle section. He's turning into a bit of a sitting duck here. And have we had an accident at the back? I think we have. It involves Fazak. At the castle section, he's had a little bit of trouble there. It's a nice job looking to get past Get Noted. I'm going to join the back of this train where Tom's trying to get past Mandro. Make our way through the S's. Nice Job's going to try and make a move if he can on Get Noted. No DRS for 2 laps under a safety car. Will anybody try and slingshot him? Will Mandro try and get past the two of them? He's going to try and go around the inside and Get Noted, and the outside. A Nice Job, and he has to tuck in. He gets the job done on Get Noted and can now chase after Nice Job, but Get Noted is a little bit of a sitting duck here. Tom needs to try and dispatch him in pretty quickly. Join Mama Mama's at the back of this train. Tom's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, that was the way into the back of each other, and Galgro is round into the wall. Get Noted got collected as well, but Mama Mama just did not brake. And that has ended in tears. Luckily, I think everyone just about came out unscathed. There might have been a bit of lag involved in that, to be honest. It looked very laggy from my perspective. So that might be investigated later on. We've got another incident, and Mandro is round and has lost his front wing. And he's going to have to go very slowly to get back to the pit lane. Josh Gaming has gone AI. He has left the session, so it'll be his AI driving around for the rest of the race now. Now, will Void Beam try and make a move here on Vitrosity? He's going to have to do it at some point. His teammate's just done the fastest lap of the race so far. We've got a yellow in sector 1, that is spray and pray round. He's had a spin down at the first turn. As Void Beam goes for the move on Vitrosity, has he got it done on Vitrosity? Vitrosity has to tuck in. Void Beam is up into the lead. He's got the move done. Now can his teammate follow him through? That's going to be the question. We've got an incident. Mama Mama is out. He's had a very big crash, and that is the third safety car of the afternoon. Mama has had a huge accident. You could see the debris there. And he is unfortunately also our third retirement of this race. There's a lot of incidents out there today. We'll see if we can try and get a view of his car from Joshua's Gaming. Oh, he just disappeared just as he came around the corner there, but we saw it briefly from Spray and Pray's car. Or was it one of the AlphaTauris? I can't remember now, but saw it briefly. It was a very big hit. Tyre had come off. Now, is this going to play? Vitrosity has sat out since the start of the race on the medium tyres. You would think he's going to come in this time. And the answer to that is he is in. And most people, Tom's following him in. Colin is also trying to follow him, but he's hit his front wing in the process. Fazak's staying out. Who else is coming in? The two AlphaTauris are double stacking. That could get interesting. Spray and Pray stayed out. Oh, who is it that stayed out? Is it Spray and Pray? Yes, it is. Spray and Pray has stayed out. And the AlphaTauris are double stacking. They're going to hold each other up here. And the AlphaTauri crew haven't done it too badly. As Void Beam catches up behind the safety car. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break once again. We'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and we should hopefully get some racing. We've spent more laps on the safety car, I think, than actual racing we've got this evening. As Void Beam leads the way, he's backing up the field, and it is going to be on him when he decides to go. The answer is he has gone now, and we are back underway here in Baku. He gets a very good jump, actually. Deadly Mosquito slots in behind. Vitrosity just ahead. Thinks either Fazak, I think somebody may have been caught out at turn 1, and I think it was George Matt who was at a spin. Fazak and Vitrosity go side by side, wheel banging between the two of them. Will Vitrosity try and fight it back into turn 3? Oh my goodness me! That is a huge accident between the two of them! Fazak, I don't know what quite happened there. One of them cut across someone else, and there just wasn't any room left. So Vitrosity and Fazak have almost ruled themselves out of this race. It just looks like nobody's giving anybody any space out there. On a straight circuit, unfortunately, you have to give the space. And there's going to be the stewards are going to be very, very busy tonight at the end of this race. Colin's coming under a little bit of pressure here from Tomgo Prof, who's another one who's been struggling. Well, they all have as each other. Colin hasn't though. Up into P4, qualified P6. So I'm looking to try and make a move here if he can. It's going to be awkward. We have another safety car. Another safety car has appeared, and that is because Fazak, with a broken front wing, has also not got that tight left hand right with a broken front wing. We've seen a lot of people do that today, and that has brought out the 4th safety car of the evening. The leaders will get round and form back up, and Tomgo Prof will have to wait another few laps to have a go at Colin Sol. Rochester Gaming, George Matt and Vitrosity have all pitted. Sorry, Josh Chess Gaming hasn't pitted. It's just George Matt and Vitrosity. So guys, stay tuned. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network once again. The safety car's coming in at the end of this lap, and hopefully we are going to get a few laps of racing. Void Beam still out there on them hard tyres, and he's backing up the field once again. He's got Colin very close behind him though. It'll be very interesting indeed, as he has gone very early. Galgro has entered the pit lane and got a little bit of a jump, but we're back underway, and Void Beam gets the jump on Colin. Tom's still very close there though, as we've had an incident at turn... no, sorry, Galgro has retired in the pit lane, so his day is done in the Haas. And Tom is looking to try and make a move on Colin down the inside here. Tom down the inside. Colin sees him coming, gives him room. And Tom is up into second place. Well, is Colin at risk of going backwards here? We'll soon find out. Spray and Pray's trying to get past Deadly Mosquito. There's contact between the two of them. Deadly Mosquito just about hangs on. Will he give Spray and Pray the position? The answer is yes. He lets Spray and Pray go. It looked like Deadly Mosquito might have turned in on him a little bit there, to be honest. It probably was the right thing to do, and Colin has spun in the castle section. Colin is round. He's the next one to make a mistake. There's a few of them tripping over each other out there today. George Matt just about keeping it there. Now what is Colin doing? He has stopped on track. If he retires on track, he'll be in trouble. I don't know what he's trying to do, Colin, but I'm not quite sure. Mandro's just got past Get Noted. Noted's going to try and fight back there if he can, which at the minute he can. Colin has got back on his way again, so I'm wondering if there was some sort of glitch there on why he couldn't drive. Get Noted doing all the defending from Spray and Pray behind here. And Get Noted goes into a half spin, and Spray and Pray runs into the back of him. So Get Noted is struggling for a bit of grip out there. Really struggling to keep the car straight. Cold tyres might be a factor. But we're going to have to go back to the front, because Tom is right on Void Beam's tail. Tom on much newer tyres, Void Beam on much older tyres. Will Tom try and make the move down into turn one? He's got the slipstream, he's got the draft on Void Beam. He pulls to the outside. Will he try and go the long way round? The answer to that is yes. Side by side between the two of them still. Void Beam got the inside for the next corner as well. Tom tries to duck underneath him and get the switch back. He still can't quite make the move though. Tom to the outside. And gets the move done round the outside then of Void Beam. Tom is up into first place. And Void Beam sticking with him. Might be up and down for the rest of the race between these two with 8 laps to go. Right on board with Void Beam. Coming through the castle section. Goes very wide on exit there. That's going to cost him a bit of time. I think Voidbeam's tyres might be starting to go. Whether this was the right strategy call from him, I'm not sure. Definitely seems like he's struggling for a bit of pace out there. Voidbeam whacks the wall again. Tom still just about sticking there. Tom not still really gaining anything though on Voidbeam. Voidbeam is keeping him within touching distance. Mandro's not far off this group either. Vitrocity and Get Noted are swapping positions though. The side by side between the two of them. Get Noted just about hanging on in there. Vitrocity has to tuck back in. Get Noted on much older and slower tyres. Vitrocity tries and follows him through as they go through the castle section. Vitrocity whacks the inside wall there. Car jolted the other way. Turned in a little bit too early, I think. But Vitrocity is staying with Get Noted, bar that little mistake. DRS for Vitrocity. Vitrocity will try and go the long way around the outside of turn one. He's got it done before the corner, has Vitrocity, but Get Noted will try and fight it back if he can, and will get DRS down the next straight, but does have a bit of a tank slapper on exit, which is going to cost him time. Vitrocity ducking low to try and get round. That's Deadly Mosquito with a spin down at turn two. Back at the front, you Get Noticed. It's closed the gap to a Vitrocity a little bit, but not by much. And further up the road, Mandro and Voidbeam are now scrapping over second place. Tom has broken clear of Voidbeam's trap. Now it's Mandro's turn to try and get past Voidbeam on the much older tyres. Mandro on much fresher tyres. Voidbeam has been on them hard tyres since the second lap of the race, so Voidbeam's going to need to do a lot of work to try and get them to the end. I think he will manage it, but whether he'll lose a handful of positions because of it, I'm not sure. Mandro's going to try and go down the inside of Voidbeam on this occasion and gets the move done. Voidbeam will try and fight it back though around the outside of Mandro. Contact between the two of them. Voidbeam's into the wall. And they just about live to fight another day on board with Voidbeam. He was almost barged into that wall by Mandro in front. Mandro has forced his way through. Will Void Beam try and fight it back? We'll have to wait and see. If he is going to fight back, he needs to do it sooner rather than later. Mandro charging his battery a little bit. He's bringing Void Beam back into play down this straight as they head through turn 1. Mandro looks like he might be struggling for a little bit of battery. Still charging his battery in front. This could bring Void Beam back into play pretty quickly. And so far it looks that way. Mandro is still looking comfortable though. Mandro just staying in front though. Void Beam is still there though, and he's just seems like at the minute he's just struggling to get close to Mandro. Mandro might be starting to break the toe a little bit. And there's very large debris. Is that Colin off the road? I think it is, and it's brought out another safety car. So Colin has had a big moment and has crashed out. This is bringing most of the leaders. Void Beam is staying out. That's a very big call because I think his tyres are knacked, to be honest. Mandro and Tom going on to a fresh set of soft tyres. Atrocity's in. Get Noted is staying out. He's on fairly fresh hards. Nice Job will also pit. Spray and Pray has spun, so he's going backwards. Void Beam has caught up to the safety car. So by the time the safety car comes in, I think it'll be a 1-lap dash to the line, maybe a 1 or 2 lap dash. So guys, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap for what I can guarantee is going to be the last time, because we are going to have a 2-lap dash to the checkered flag, and it's Void Beam who's not changed his tyres at the front. Tongo Prof second, Get Noted third. So this is going to go right to the wire. When is Void Beam going to go? The answer is that he's gone very early indeed, and we are back underway here in Baku. Get Noted is going to try and get on the inside of Tongo Prof. There's contact between the two of them, and Get Noted is into the wall. Is that you? He's reset to track. You know, everyone knows you're not allowed to do that. So he's the first casualty. Now is Tom going to try and make a move on Void Beam for the lead, or is Void Beam just going to leave his car planted in the middle of the track? There's going to be no DRS in these 2 laps, so Void Beam just needs to defend for his life, but he's got Tongo Prof and Mandro to deal with. Get Noted is in the wall and out of the race. There won't be a safety car or a virtual safety car because it's 2 laps from the end. So far, Void Beam is putting his car in the right places as they make their way out of the castle section into the sweeping left-hander. Tom's looking to try and make a move whenever it is possible. On board with Mandro's just behind, and Tom still can't quite find a way through yet. Mandro is raring and waiting to pick up the scraps. Void Beam is going to use all his overtake available. He has actually saved it up as Void Beam, so he's got plenty of overtake to use to try and defend this lead. But it looks like Tom's going to try and make a move. He's all over the back of Void Beam. Void Beam using ERS to defend. Mandro might try and get the 2 of them down into turn 1. Surely not again from Mandro. Oh, there's contact and there's taken each other out. Void Beam, Tongo Prof and Mandro all out at that same corner. And there's contact again. That means Nice Job out of nowhere is up into first place and up into the lead of this race on the final lap. He has had the race win, you would think, if he could keep it on the road, handed to him on a silver platter by the top 3. So Mandro, Tongo Prof and Void Beam tripped over each other there, went 3 wide into turn 1. It was never going to end well, and it's cost them their race very, very dearly. If one of them had backed out of it, they would have come out unscathed. So it's going to be a very unexpected race winner. Nice Job is going to take a win here in GRL if he can keep it on the track for the last few corners. And George Matt has had a crash, a very big crash indeed. There he is in the middle of the road. George Matt has had a very big incident. That was a shame because he was on for 3rd place. So Tongo Prof will come home in 3rd. But round the final few corners, Nice Job. I don't think he would be expected to say in this after this race, but he is going to take the Baku Grand Prix. Nice Job comes over the line. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Does Nice Job. Congratulations to him. Vitrocity comes over his best finish of the season in 2nd. Tongo Prof home in 3rd. Spray and Pray home in 4th on his Tier 1 debut. Home in 6th, sorry. Void Beam comes home 4th and Mandro 5th with penalties. Spray and Pray comes home 6th. Josh S Gaming's home in 7th, and Deadly Mosquito comes home in P8. Well, I don't think this man, Nice Job, would have been expecting to be on the podium, let alone winning the race after that. But he's absolutely deserved it, to be fair. Solid race from Nice Job. He's had some raw luck this season, and he just needed a bit of luck in that race to take the win. Vitrocity takes driver of the day for finishing in 2nd place. Fully deserved, really. He was well down the order at the start. and it's very well deserved from him. Guys, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time.